In that division, though, you beat him at 135. Is there a chance we see Lopez versus Kambosos too at 140?
Why not? You know, we got our map and our road to what we want, and teams are already putting together what is exciting for early next year.
Imagine if he's ended up with the same promotional company or all working in together. It makes it pretty easy, doesn't it?
You never know. You never know what happens. But one thing with Kambosos, he steps to the best, he fights the best, and I already beat that guy. So if he's got the balls, do it again. Come see me. I ain't hiding. I step to him. But again, we got some good plans as well. There's other guys with belts there too that have names been mentioned. So Kambosos, whenever Kambosos is around, big fights, big numbers, big money, and excitement. So we'll be ready for whatever and whoever.
Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. And that was George Kambosos talking about a possible rematch with Teofima Lopez. Letting Teofima Lopez, man, if you got the balls, come see him. Come see him. Perfect words from George Kambosos. You know, I look at it like this. Teofima Lopez has been going out all year. Really, the past year, calling out everybody from Crawford to Ryan Garcia, Earl Spence, making racist remarks. But once you get that get back versus George Kambosos, the guy that defeated you, the guy that dominated you, the guy you had nothing for in your first match, run that rematch back. Let the world know that it was a fluke that Kambosos beat you the first time, and you're down to run it back. You know, I think that's the only way Teofimo should go. He should want to do that. You know, as we all know, Teo, decent fighter, but he's never really got that notoriety or that performance that would make him on that level of, say, like a Tank Davis, because that's what I've always thought he wanted to be considered as, that Tank Davis kind of guy, Mayweather type kind of guy that can't be beat, but you already been defeated, and you know, in a couple of more of your fights, very questionable, you may have lost also. So yeah, you know, I think that's great. I think that would be a great rematch for Teo to come back possibly this summer, run that thing back with George Kambosos. You know, even in the rematch, I think George Kambosos would defeat Teo again, just because being familiar. And, you know, I think Teo is shook. Teo is shook from George Kambosos after that first fight. Exciting fight. Everybody thought Teo was going to win, especially after he defeated Lomachenko, the great Lomachenko. And, you know, it was just big thing, like he was next up, but his performances got poor, very poor after that. You know, so I think that would be perfect for Teofima Lopez to come back and get this boxing schedule back popping. I mean, we need another big fight like that. Maybe in, you know, the UK. They can have the fight in the UK, but let's be honest. I think Teofima Lopez, I don't think that he would even, you know, try to get that fight again. I think he's scared of Kambosos. I don't think he wants none of the Australian after what he done to him the first time, knowing that another loss by Teo would definitely put him out of the conversation as one of the top guys at 140. You know, especially if he was the rematch. George Kambosos, because he has one loss on his record, and I know that defeat is haunting. That defeat is haunting Teo. And Tio, I mean, it's an argument that he possibly lost against Sandor Morton after Sandor Morton dropped him and made Sandor Morton made Tio look ordinary, made him look very ordinary in that fight. That was a couple of fights after. That was a fight after a couple of fights after the George Kambosos fight, because he fought Pedro Campa after that, and then he fought Sandor Morton, after he lost to George Kambosos. So yeah, he needs to get that get back, So no more talking about Bud Crawford, Devin Haney, none of that. Get that rematch with George Kambosos. Devin Haney, he needs to run it back with Ryan Garcia, I think. A lot of people have been talking about that rematch. My opinion on that, same thing. Devin Haney needs to run that rematch back, drop the lawsuit, and get back in the ring. That's my opinion on the situation. So yeah, these dudes, man, they lose and then don't wanna run it back. And T.O. has the clout and the power to get that fight back. His name is ringing a little bit more than George Kambosos, even though George Kambosos beat him once already. So, it's going to be interesting. He needs an opponent anyway, at 140. You got a lot of killers at 140, but nobody wants to fight. In 2025, we putting a stop to all that in boxing, man. We need to see some great premier fights, So George Kambosos has 3 losses right now. Lost to Vasily Lomachenko here back in May, He's lost 2 of his last 3 fights against Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. He beat Maxie Hughes, so this should be perfect for Teofima Lopez, to want to get back in the ring with a guy that's trying to come back from defeat. So yes, that's my opinion on the situation, on the fight. George Kambosos calling out Teofima Lopez for that rematch. Come get get back. But yeah, this is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.